morning guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button. Please do subscribe. I'm here in my flat in Rochester. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 6:44 p.m.
So guys, it's 6:44 on a Friday evening. At this moment in time it's very quiet. I can't hear any noise from the side. I can't hear any noise upstairs. So it's pretty peaceful right now. I took Max for a walk this afternoon around the bottom past Common Creek Wharf near the big blue crane, which looks lovely when it's lit up in the dark, but it was lunchtime. And there was hardly anybody about, so I walked all around where the gym equipment is. They've built these metal pieces of gym equipment. I walked Max around there. Builders are still building more flats, and eventually you'll be able to walk straight through from Rochester to Chatham through walking this way rather than down the road that way, so you'll be able to walk through the paths straight through from Rochester to Chatham. It's going to take some time obviously because they're building new flats in Chatham as well. It's a project and it's been going on for some years now down here, because I first moved into my new build flat in 2020. We're now in 2023, 2024 next year, and they're still building. So they're progressing slowly. It takes time and it takes a lot of money, doesn't it? So it was nice and sunshiny. There was a couple of people about, not many. I did see people. I took photographs, I did a couple of TikToks, and then I walked home with Max. It was nice and warm and sunny, and it was peaceful, and I enjoyed it. I'd taken a call from my mother, who said that she might not be able to send anything out to me, which doesn't matter. I'm an adult. I'm quite fine. I'm quite happy. So I was actually smiling, walking around, doing TikToks and enjoying myself by myself. I came into my flat and I made myself eggs. So I had 2 poached eggs, beans and ham. So I had ham, eggs and beans, and I let that digest because I have severe heartburn. My father suffered from it, and that's something I've got as well, and it's horrible when you get bouts of heartburn. It's really nasty. So I let that digest, and then about 4:30, 4:45, I did myself an Aunt Bessie's ginger pudding topped with custard. So I've eaten a meal and I've had a dessert. I had breakfast, and for early lunch I had 2 toasted ham deli rolls. So I've eaten small portions throughout the day, followed by several cups of coffee, which is bad if you've got heartburn, but I love my coffee. So I've had a pretty peaceful, quiet day, right? I can't hear any noise anywhere. I can't. And I've also had the window shut because it's got cooler. It's dropped to 22 degrees, and with the fan on you can feel it's a lot cooler. So I've been okay. There's been no dramas, no upsets, until I was watching DJE Media, and this is just a coincidence. It's nothing to do with that. But I was watching the latest episode of DJE Media, who's an auditor that goes around hotels and auditing them, and he always films the bicycles because there's loads of bicycles outside these immigrant hotels, and he was asking these guys if these bicycles were for sale. So I was watching that, and I turned over also to watch a Liam Neeson film, and then my phone pinged. My phone. And this is pissed me off basically, because why do people do this? It's pointless, it's sadistic, and it's childish, right? They know full well that I live by myself, right? And they think I'm all in my flat, depressed and miserable, and nobody wants me, na 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 na. But I'm an adult and I don't give a fuck. I've got my dog, I've got my films, I've got everything I need, and I don't need anybody anyway, so they're fooling themselves. So I get this message. Basically, I can't actually get into the original. Yes, I can. So at 5:20, I get a message. Ooh, baby, I'm gonna stick like glue, baby. Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed rock. XXX. Right? So I just texted back rather politely. Yeah, that's a funny one-liner, you know. And then I get fancy meeting up. Horny male here. Fancy meeting up. Horny male here, kiss kiss. And then I said, well, you know, whenever you're free. And then they blocked me. From Secret Adventurer 47. Now that's a rather stupid thing to do, isn't it? No picture of their face, just a silhouetted figure of a male head in black. And it hasn't upset me. I think that I know the person now. I know exactly what they're going to do, and it hasn't upset me at all. It's made me laugh. They're sick in the head, they're not very funny, and they need help. And I do hope they get it, I really do. Because when someone's depressed, you don't do something like that to them, not unless you're a sadistic pig, which this person is. So I'm fine, I laughed at it, it was very witty, very funny, and then you start to see couples walking down the road. They're a sadistic, evil pig, and I'm used to their behaviour, and it doesn't bother me at all in the slightest. I wouldn't want to meet you if you were the last person on earth. See you later, whoever you are doing this to me. Now you've got your answer, haven't you? So, I'm getting ready to take Max for a walk. I've paid the postage on that item that was sent to me with not the full postage. I believe that's my torch. And if that person thinks that I'm going around in the dark without a torch, they're wrong, because I found one that I must have got last year. So I'm not angry, I'm not going to go outside in a temper, I'm not going to act stupid or nutty, because I know they're a sadistic pig. So here's the torch. It's a Hyper Tough torch. Hyper Tough. And I'm going to wait till it gets a bit dark, and I'm going to go outside because I've now got a torch. I don't have to worry. Do I? So I paid the postage, the £1.10 postage. That somebody hasn't put the right postage on my package, so that should be coming Monday by Royal Mail. And I got myself a DVD because I'm going to celebrate my birthday by myself, which I'm glad to do so. peace and quiet, hopefully. And I've got The Wishmaster on DVD, which stars Andrew Divoff. And I managed to get hold of it from eBay, so hopefully that'll come before my birthday and I'll be able to watch that on my birthday and enjoy my birthday. Because I am a fan of horror films, all things horror, and that is just fine by me. To spend my birthday watching horror films, having my cake, maybe having a glass of Malibu, because that's what I like to drink when I have a alcoholic drink, Malibu or Tia Maria, or even a bit of Bailey's Irish cream. So you haven't spoilt my evening. You're not going to spoil my birthday. I suggest you crawl back into your shell and piss off and leave me alone. That is to the bully and the sadistic idiot. You are so full of yourself, it's unbelievable. I wouldn't touch you with a fucking barge pole. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
I think he's right. Maybe in 10 years' time, maybe the Conservative Party might have new members who've got a better sense and say, look, it's affecting business. You know, we've got all the paperwork is tripled, quadrupled. You know, in trade. You know, in doing trade with the EU. Maybe Mrs. Thatcher, the single market, which she negotiated in the mid '80s, is probably the right thing.
Yeah, Barry in Croydon, grateful to you. Jeff is in Eastbourne, down on the south coast. Jeff.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there. Well, when Brexit happened, it was very, very complicated affair to understand.
Yes.
And I think the bottom line is that people now recognise, on the whole, that we were all sort of given some sort of duplicitous spin by somebody who's been proven on record to be a liar historically. Somebody who, with no political agenda or ideas apart from only his self-interest. And I don't like hearing all this some sort of intellectual analysing of Brexit to death.
Mm-hmm.
It's no good to the ordinary person in the street, like myself.
Yes.
It just causes more confusion to the person in the street. The person in the street, the ordinary voter like myself, we've got a busy life. Okay?
Yeah.
We've got a job to think about, we've got kids and family, and we have other daily life issues, saturating and challenges. And so it really, to understand what does Brexit mean. Now, I think that probably most people have a better understanding of Brexit because it's got so much news and media coverage.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a better understanding of some sort of challenges and issues of Brexit. And they perhaps better understand also our position regarding stuff.
Yeah.
Now, the point I'm trying to come to is that why has nobody that I've heard of anyway brought up the possibility or the probability of there being another referendum? What's wrong with that?
Well, it's just that no party's committed to it, Jeff, apart from the SNP.
Pardon?
No party's committed to it other than the SNP.
I know.
So, yeah.
I know. I don't understand it. I think.
Well, I think they don't want to reopen those wounds. That's why.
Oh, who cares about the wounds? We're talking about this country's future.
All right, Jeff, grateful to you. I want to get John in, though, from Sandbach in Cheshire. John. Are you there, John?
That's the wrong button.
Oh, that's all right. That's fine. That's all right. You're there now. Now, I haven't got much time, John, so what do you think?
What about, but why can't we have another referendum? I had a stroke a couple of weeks ago. Why can't we have another referendum? I mean, the people, why is it people who can't speak for people or don't speak for people say, oh, we won't take that. No, we've gone. No, we haven't.
So you think you want another referendum, John?
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. The people who once, oh, we don't want to be part of the EU and all that, they went around in the 50s, 60s, and early 70s when we were on our backsides.
Yeah.
We needed the common market, which became the EU, because otherwise we were a joke. We're a joke now, anyway.
All right, John. Grateful to you. Had the last word on that. Thank you so much for all your thoughts about that. But we're going to change our focus now for the next hour of the show and turn to the other big political theme of the week, which has, of course, been Rishi Sunak's retreat from the net zero agenda. Not the actual target of getting to net zero by 2050, but the means of getting there. And this follows two sets of new bits of news today. First of all, campaigners are exploring legal challenges to Sunak's net zero changes, and some Tory MPs could seek to block the delay to new petrol and diesel cars. This comes as new polling arrives, which shows that even after this change, Rishi Sunak's personal ratings have fallen to the lowest level since he became Prime Minister. So in the week that Rishi Sunak turned away from net zero, is it clear the country has fundamentally turned away from him? 0345 6060 973.
On your radio, on Global Player, and
Play LBC.
leading Britain's conversation, this is LBC.
From Global's newsroom at 7 o'clock, Sir Keir Starmer has stressed he does not want to reverse Brexit after saying he doesn't want to diverge from EU rules. The Labour leader has been criticised for saying he would seek closer cooperation with Brussels if he was Prime Minister. Chancellor Jeremy Hunt has exclusively told LBC that will be a concern for Leave voters.
Well, I think those kinds of comments about not wanting to diverge will worry a lot of people. That what he really wants to do is to unpick Brexit. And we are going to make a tremendous success of Brexit. We've already started to do so, and there's lots more to come.
The Chancellor refused to guarantee the future of the pensions triple lock in his interview with LBC. There are growing concerns the policy is becoming unaffordable, with the state pension set to rise by 8.5% next year. Head of policy at Age UK, Christopher Brooks, has told LBC News it's worrying that Jeremy Hunt would not commit.
It's not a huge amount of state pension. It's quite low by international standards. It gives you about £200 a week if you get the full amount. That's not really enough to live on in modern society. So the triple lock is really important. It's been really valuable over the last decade as it's boosted the real value of the state pension, which has helped a lot of people.
Ukraine has carried out a missile strike on the headquarters of Russia's Black Sea Fleet in Crimea. Officials say one serviceman is missing, but the Russian-installed governor says no one was injured while speaking outside the burning building. Extra emergency forces have been brought in, indicating the fire could be huge. The Metropolitan Police Commissioner has sought to reassure firearms officers after one was charged with murder. 24-year-old Chris Cava was shot and killed during a police operation in Streatham Hill in South London last year. Sir Mark Rowley says they're understandably anxious about doing their jobs. And UK scientists will receive a sample from asteroid Bennu this weekend, hoping it will reveal the secrets of our solar system. The 250 grams of rock and dust collected as part of NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission will be the largest asteroid sample ever returned to Earth. In the city, the FTSE 100 has closed up 5 points at 76.83. The pound buys $1.22 and €1.14. LBC weather, showers easing this evening and overnight for most. They'll persist over the Northern Isles and far north of Scotland, though, a low of 10. A sunny start for much of the UK tomorrow, cloudy for western areas in the afternoon, but dry and bright in the southeast, a high of 20 degrees. From Global's newsroom for LBC, I'm Amelia Cox.
Right guys, I've got to get ready to take Max out for a walk. I've got my torch and the idiot has failed to upset me. I hope everyone has a lovely weekend and I'll hopefully see you later.